when news happens for Horizon, we got to cover it. Okay. This is the channel that you guys can go to for up-to-date information on Horizon 11. So launch notes have dropped, and let's take a look at them. Okay. These launch patch notes, the patch notes, will provide an overview of what players can expect from Horizon 11's launch version of the game. The patch notes are designed to give a broad overview of what changes have been made to the game from level 75 cap era Chains of Promethea, while still leaving room for players to discover and explore. Server settings, launch expansion is Chains of Promethea, okay? Level cap is 75. Launch patch date is April 17th, 2006. Okay. I think that's going to make a difference based off of add-ons, things like that. Account characters. Okay, you can have one account. Okay, no multi-boxing. All right, and 3 characters per IP address. Now, I had this discussion with people yesterday. Okay, because my girlfriend lives with me, right? So I was saying on my stream last night, I was like, wait a minute. So I can't play on my computer and she can't have her own account on her computer, and like you have to get an IP exemption. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you guys have multiple people in the house playing, you can get an IP exemption, or I guess it's not necessarily an exemption, but it basically, you know, they find out how many people are playing, yada yada yada, and then you're able to do it. But you have to do that. You have to go through it that way in order to do it. Okay. Movement speed, a 40, level 70 cap, era default movement speed. Okay. Experience rates 1.0, Wings of the Goddess experience rates. Okay. I don't know what that looks like necessarily, but I know that we got a little bit of an experience bump when Wings of the Goddess came out. Okay. Crafting rates 1.0, level sync launch system. I'm gonna go up a little bit. Level sync launch system. Wait, did I go up too much? We'll go right there. Level sync launch system, unlimited sync with scaling penalty. See system level sync sections below. Okay, we'll get to that later. Equipment scaling is disabled. Auction house stocked by players, 21 item limit per character. Okay, that means if you guys are used to playing on private servers, a lot of private servers come with stocked auction houses. Okay, this one is not going to come with a stocked auction house. All right, so keep that in mind. Fishing is enabled, guarding is enabled, chocobo digging is enabled. Dynamics is Chains of Promethea era with 71-hour lockout reduced from 72. Claim shield added to prominent notorious monsters to provide a fair playing experience for all players. Horizon 11 uses a lottery-based claim shield system where each person has the opportunity to act on the mob once for a chance to claim the monster. After all players have acted and the claim window has closed, the monster will randomly select one person who acted on it and give them the claim. Multiple actions taken on a monster during the lottery do not increase your chances of claiming. All right, each person can only enter the claim lottery once before the lottery window ends. I guess I kind of sort of like that. I don't know how I feel about that idea, but I guess I kind of like that idea to prevent people from having bot programs that automatically claim it for them when like it literally like it spawns. Okay, so I think that's gonna be the way to go. Inventory expansions, Mog Wardrobes 1 and 2 will be unlocked by completing certain objectives. See system inventory expansion section below. We will see that system below for sure. I need to know everything about inventory. Okay, I'm all about inventory. Treasure Hunter, era accurate. We use Square Enix's official Treasure Hunter chart to build our system. Well, there you go. Era accurate drop rates. Drop rates for all items have been adjusted to reflect era experience more accurately. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what era accurate drop rates looks like. So I think I am. I have been playing a little bit on private servers lately, so I think maybe I am a little bit spoiled when it comes to drop rates. So, I mean, we'll just have to see what that looks like. Hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, it was like 20 years ago, guys, just over 20 years ago, that I, you know, started. So We'll see. Okay, General Horizon 11 design philosophy. Okay, this should be a pretty good section. Okay, adventurers on Horizon 11 will have the opportunity to engage in an experience that allows them to relive the magic and mystery of Final Fantasy 11, like when it was first released over 2 decades ago. We have designed our server to include new and exciting things that keep the spirit of discovery alive. Very happy to hear that, including new experience point camps, slight modifications to previously underutilized equipment. Oh, that's legit. Slight modifications to previously underutilized equipment. You mean like the lizard gloves? Something like that? Who knows? And more to be uncovered in game. Adventurers are also free to pursue the in-game path that best fits their interests and playstyles, rather than feeling forced into playing jobs and strategies most aligned to the meta that exists in the past and continues to exist on most current Final Fantasy XI private servers. Through a light touch to jobs and content that we refer to as our Era Plus approach, we have designed a new server that will excite and support a variety of players. I'm really excited to see what that looks like, guys. The meta is something that gosh, let's be honest, every MMO, you just can't be free of. There's always a meta, always a meta. Okay, so we'll see what that looks like. I'm really excited about that. Okay, I think that will help people who, I mean, let's be honest, the majority of people that are gonna be playing have gotten older. Okay, we've aged, we have lives, some of us have families, we have not just jobs, but many of us have careers, you know, so we can't necessarily go at it the way that we used to. So it's nice to have this little change to kind of, you know, turn things upside down, so we don't really feel so obligated to do things one way. It's nice to know that you have lots of different roads to get to the top. Okay, ideally speaking. Realistically speaking, I mean, it's really play and find out, right? Okay. Our dedicated balance team has ensured that none of our balancing has drastically alter the identity of level 75 cap air experience we all know and love. More specifically, we have accomplished the goal of reimagining discovery and job viability through slight job tweaks to provide better overall class balance, minor adjustments to key encounters and content, and minor gameplay tweaks. As a result, our version of Final Fantasy XI still feels familiar while providing an experience where all jobs can participate. Exactly what I was talking about a second ago, right? So, some encounters may feel a bit tougher rather, than adventurers are used to, meaning they may have to rely more heavily on their friends to defeat key encounters. I like that idea because one of the main, I don't want to say staples, but one of the main defining characteristics of era Final Fantasy XI gameplay, in my opinion, is the need, not necessarily just desire, but the need for community. So that to me is really cool. I like hearing stuff like that because that to me speaks and it says era, not era plus, era, which is really, really good. I'm all for that. Okay. Active content. All content that existed in Chains of Promethea is active on Horizon outside of the following: all forms of PvP, Dynamis, Absolute Virtue, Adventuring Fellows, some niche quests, Expeditionary Force. These items will be added at a later date, and they have, yes, that is true. They have talked about all these, well, I'm not going to say all these things. I haven't heard anything about like certain niche quests, although maybe they have. I don't know everything, but I have heard specifically about Adventuring Fellows, which do not confuse Adventuring Fellows with the trust system. They're two totally different things. Okay, Adventuring Fellows, I've heard about Dynamis, and I think they did talk about the PvP. Okay, all right, in-game event Starlight Celebration. I like that. If only the trees looked cool like that, huh? They're kind of cheesy. The Starlight Celebration is almost upon us, and with the beginning of the festival close at hand, these Smile Bringers have appeared in cities all over Vanadil. Who are these enigmatic Smile Bringers, and what is their connection to the celebration? Join your friends for this magical event amidst brilliant decorations and visit the Smile Bringers for some holiday fun. Adventurers have the opportunity to engage in various quests and mini-games available during the event. Complete the objectives and you may find yourself the owner of some fantastic holiday items. Please refer to Starlight Celebration 2021 guides for more information on completing these objectives. Note, event-related teleportation has been disabled due to the event being active at launch. Event scheduled Saturday, December 17th, 7 a.m. PST. Saturday, January 7th, 2023, 7 a.m. PST. Okay, sorry about that. That is the event schedule starting tomorrow. Is this on level 75 servers or 99 or whatever is the level now? Okay, this is what it is, okay? This is a 75 plus era experience, okay? They're going to start at Chains of Promethea, okay? And then they're going to be releasing content, probably starting roughly about a year-ish into it, little by little, and they're not going to necessarily drop expansions all at once. Rather, what they're going to do is they're going to release the expansions in stages so people can kind of like go through it, you know, naturally. And what they're going to do is they're going to do that going forward for the whole entire game. However, they're not going to increase the level cap. They're going to keep the level cap at 75. So you're going to end up getting the majority, except for like things like trusts. There's certain things that will never be on this server. Okay. I don't know what those things are. I just know that they said trust will not be on this server. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to theory craft on something like this because I don't want to give you guys bad information in this situation. Okay. Normally, if we're like theory crafting and stuff, I don't care because we're just, you know, we're having fun. But for the purposes of this, I'll be as accurate as I can. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and continue to give to release content all through, you know, what you're getting today, except for, like I said, it's the level cap is not going to raise. Okay. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. Festive goods for sale. Moogles in the following locations will be selling various festive items such as dream hats and snowman caps, as well as other Starlight Celebration themed items throughout the event. Northern Sandoria D8, Bastock Mines H9, Winders Waters North G10. If you guys are in chat and you guys, I recommend writing down your starting, you know, if you're wherever they are located in your starting city. That way, you know, when you go live, you would know exactly where to go talk to. Okay. 2 NPCs I want to know about right away is this NPC and the hardcore NPC. Those are the NPCs I want to know about right away. All right. Battle system changes, job balancing. Okay. Core pillar of job balancing for Horizon 11 has been that all jobs must retain their level 75 cap identity. The era balance experience has been preserved by only making minimal adjustments to some jobs. Any adjustments directly solve an existing balance problem in era, and all solutions carry the mandates of A, feeling appropriate for the level 75 cap era, and B, pushing a job closer to its core identity in the 75 cap era. Any balancing will be monitored by the developers actively adjusted rather as needed once the server has launched. Okay, our job previews provide an overview of how jobs have been adjusted on Horizon. We want players to explore and find out what's been changed and share it with the with each other. But these previews are designed to give players an idea of how each class will play. I do like the way they present the job balancing. It makes me feel really good. I do like that they say that the balancing is going to be monitored by the developers and adjusted. Okay, adjusted as needed once launch happens. They've already say that multiple times, but I like that because that means if something that they did make something a little bit too overpowered, for instance, then they'll maybe dial it back a little bit, you know. And if something's not quite good enough, to where they would like it to be, where they envisioned it to be, where they think it'll be best, then they'll turn it up just a little bit, and they'll find that perfect point where, okay, we got it the way we wanted it, let's move on to something different. Tactical points. The amount of tactical points TP monsters receive from player auto attacks has been changed from an additional formula to a multiplicative one in order to provide more constant TP usage by monsters regardless of the weapon type equipped by the player. Weapon skills. The formulas for some weapon skills have been adjusted. We'll be looking forward to that. New spells and abilities. Some new spells and abilities have been added to jobs, okay? And they did speak about this, especially in the job previews. And I believe that when they're referring to new spells and abilities, I believe they're referring to spells and or abilities that a job would get later on, and they're allowing them to have them at lower levels now. Like they're bringing things in from, like, you know, above Treasures of Ottergan era, I guess you could say, and making them available at, like, you know, like now. You see what I'm saying? So I believe, although you never know, they may actually be some spells or abilities from other jobs that they decided to give to other jobs. Like, who knows? Maybe a paladin will actually just have provoke so that they don't have to do a warrior sub every time. If that's the case, I think that would be very good if paladin got provoke. Okay, level requirements of combat actions and traits. Some existing spells, abilities, and traits have had their level requirements adjusted, which kind of goes into what I was talking about a second ago, and something that I'm theory crafting, which I will say right now, even though it's not necessarily accurate, I do believe that Thief is going to be getting sneak attack between the levels of 10 and the levels of 12, rather than waiting until level 15. I really, really believe that. We'll see what happens, but I believe Thief is getting sneak attack like very, very early to make them viable right off the bat in group play. Okay. New effects. Some era spells and abilities have had additional effects added to them. Enmity values. The cumulative and volatile enmity values of some spells and abilities have been adjusted. Enmity values. The cumulative and volatile enemy values of some spells and abilities have been adjusted. Okay. They did talk about making it so paladin and warrior both are able to manage enmity a lot better, which is great. Monster ability usage. Monsters now gain TP from certain spells and abilities. The amount of TP monsters gain from certain spells and abilities have also been increased. I'm really excited to see what this looks like in group play, guys. I'm really excited. Is this something that's only for like stacking? For instance, stacking black mages or stacking summoners? Or is this something that's just going to affect you normally when you're trying to fight like a goblin? Is it going to be doing goblin bomb like over and over again? I'm really curious. One-handed weapons. The combat formula for one-handed weapons, hand-to-hand weapons included, has been updated to keep one-handed weapons competitive with two-handed weapons. Okay, that's interesting. The combat formula, I wonder what that looks like when they say combat formula. Are they talking about TP accumulation? Are they talking about damage? I'm really excited to see combat formula. Okay, one thing I hope they do is they make hand-to-hand weapons a little bit better, like kind of lower levels, you know, because if you think about it, once you're fighting, I think this is what they mean. Actually, now that I thought about that, I think that this is what they mean. If you notice, when you go into group parties, right away you notice it heavily in Valkyrie Dunes, and you're hitting enemies, and all the people with one-handed weapons, they're doing like, you know, the rock lizard takes like, or the sand lizard, whatever they're called in Valkyrie Dunes, takes 3 damage. You see what I'm saying? Hand-to-hand weapon, 0 damage, 2 damage, you know? It's just really, really, really strange. The fact that you do like no damage with one-handed weapons to incredibly tough enemies in the beginning. So I think that's probably what they're talking about. We'll have to see when the game comes out. I'm really excited about that. Sorry. Two-handed weapons. The Wings of the Goddess two-handed weapon formula has been implemented. Two-handed weapons. The Wings of the Goddess two-handed weapon formula has been implemented. Okay, I don't remember what the Wings of the Goddess two-handed weapon formula was, so I'm excited to see that, because I have used two-handed weapons on private servers, so I'll notice a change. Range attacks. Players will need to find the optimal distance from their target to maximize range attack damage. This is also known as the sweet spot. The sweet spot ranges have been increased from the retail implementation of this mechanic. Last night, guys, some of you guys may not have been here, but last night we did stream once the launcher became active, and actually I have it right here. If you go to the launcher, if you're going to be playing Ranger, guys, I highly recommend that you do this. Okay. You're going to want to hit this button right here, and you are going to want to get, there's an add-on here. Let me see which one it is. Distance. It's called distance. Okay. Distance. It displays a distance between you and your target. Okay. I highly recommend, if you're going to be playing a Ranger or something where distance is a very important issue, doing a lot of range attacks, even with Thief or with like say Samurai, you're going to want to install the add-on Distance, because it's just going to help you out. Magic Burst. The damage bonus of Magic Burst spells have been increased, and the enemy generated by Magic Burst spells has been decreased. This does not apply to notorious monsters. Interesting. Game change settings. Game system settings. New character starting items. Starting items for new characters have been adjusted. Okay, guys. Based off of reading that, I have a I'm gonna make a prediction. Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction. I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm gonna make a prediction. Every character is gonna start with all 3 rings in their inventory. That's my prediction. Okay, I believe that all characters are gonna start with all 3 rings. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I just believe that that's what's gonna happen. Okay. Yo, Plays, welcome to the community. That's just my belief, because okay, and there's a couple of things that are making me feel this way. Okay, Eric said on stream, live on stream, that you think it's starting onion weapons. It could be. Also they may give, like, for instance, they may give monk Cesti to start with, right? They may give white mage the Dia spell, you know, so it doesn't just have cure, it has Dia for when they ding level, what, 2, 3, whenever you get Dia. So who knows? It could be a number of things, but Eric said something on stream like a week ago, something like that, that was very specific. Okay. And he said he does not want people, when in regards to rings, people were talking about, like, you know, can you transfer rings from one character to another? And his response was, if I remember roughly, we want people to start from the area that they want to start from. We're not gonna exactly have a ring be the reason why they choose not to do that. That was kind of his response to that. So he didn't come out outright and say you can transfer rings. He said that, which to me says that you can either transfer rings, or based on reading this, you're going to get all 3 rings, which honestly would just be easier if they did it that way. Another thing that I hope that they do is I hope that they adjust the weapons and armors that Windurst gets from their regional conquest rewards, because if you guys remember my video on Windurst, that's one of the things about Windurst that I thought was really, like, let's just say unfair, like straight up unfair, is Sandoria has great weapons and armors for their conquest rewards. Brastock has great weapons and armors for their conquest rewards. Windurst has the worst. Windurst literally got pooped all over with that. So I hope that they give those weapons and armors a little bit of love. Items mailable between characters. Oh, here we go. The types of items which are mailable between characters on the same account have been adjusted. There you go, guys. There you go. So what I said about rings may not necessarily be true. So it's either, I believe, I don't know, I believe that you're going to be able to mail your rings, or you're going to start with all 3 rings. Personally, that's what I believe. Bastock definitely has the best rank 1 items by far. I wouldn't say by far. I think that freaking Sandy has some really good stuff. Okay, I think Sandy has some really good stuff. Yo, what's going on? Penning, how you doing? Welcome to the community. Okay, tutorial quests. The tutorial quest line for new players has been enabled. Please visit the tutorial NPCs at the following locations to begin the quest line. Please see the below video. I like videos discussing our launch level syncs. Oh, I already watched that. Launch level sync system. We debated a lot on how to put this system together. We felt strongly that the game should evolve over time, and we want players to keep in mind that the sync is more restrictive early on because we want players to explore the game and not just hang out in the Valkyrie Dunes like idiots. See, they missed that part. That's a typo. After it says to explore the game, they cut out where it says and stay in Valkyrie Dunes like idiots. They did that. I'm gonna let them know that's a mistake. That's a typo. We can't have that. Okay, a more restrictive level sync helps us accomplish this, and players must expand and explore to progress their characters. The experience penalty to us was a better route than a hard cutoff sync, often referred to as a dynamic sync, like a hard level 10 sync gap. Dynamic sync restricts players from playing together or oftentimes causes parties to break. Using our systems, players are both encouraged to seek out level appropriate zones, but can always choose to do what they want at the end of the day, but somebody's gonna get the shaft. See, another typo. Come on, guys, got it? You know, stop with the typos. And they can always level with friends, okay? All right. We will take all metrics and feedback into account once we launch to see if the system needs to be adjusted 30 to 60 days after launch. I told you, man. All right, level sync overview. No penalty within 10 levels. Players will never receive a penalty unless they are more than 10 levels above the level sync target, okay? Now, it starts out at scaling penalty points. A flat 2.5% penalty per level above your party sync target is applied once you are level 11 or more levels above the level sync target, okay? Limit points. Limit points can be obtained under level sync using these rules. 50% penalty limit. The maximum experience penalty can never go above 50%. Okay, there you go. So at the end of the day, you can still party with other people in the dunes like a weirdo if you want to, but you're gonna get the shaft for doing so, which, I mean, let's be honest, makes sense. Level cap zones. Once a player is 10 or more levels above cap for the zone-wide level sync, they gain zero experience. Whoa. Once a player is 10 or more levels above cap for the zone-wide level sync, they get 0 experience. This allows players to get some experience in level cap zones, but does not allow them to become a long-term leveling alternative since they are past the level range. Okay, that's level cap zones though. Some zones are, the majority of zones are not level capped. So this is not going to basically affect very many zones at all. Example, you are in Revern site B01 of 50 cap zone, but you are level 60, so you get no experience when defeating monsters, right? They don't want things like this to be an alternative leveling spot for people to, you know, rather than merit parties in other parts of the world. Signet and Conquest experience bonuses. Here we go, guys. This is freaking sexy. I wish it started at level 1, but it's still smexy. All right, as discussed in the level sync video, we are adding the following benefits to defeating monsters while under the effect of Signet at level 50 or above. Please note that the Signet bonus and Conquest bonus stack when a player is eligible for both. Okay, Signet experience bonus will provide. Signet will provide an experience bonus when defeating monsters under the effect of Signet at level 50 or above. An additional flat 5% bonus will always be granted when players experience in zones not controlled by the player's home nation starting at level 50 while under the effect of Signet. The Conquest bonus stacks with the base Signet experience bonuses. Okay, auction house. The auction house will only display items that have previously been listed for sale. Each character may place 21 items on auction house. Auction house listings expire after 7 Earth days. All auction houses have been linked. There you go, guys. Some people were curious about that. Prox, welcome to the community, okay? People were curious about that the other night on stream. Will the auction houses be linked? All auction houses are linked. That is legit. That is awesome for the community, guys. That is really, really good. Okay, that's a good thing. Bazaar Tack, Ooh. Bazaar taxes have been implemented in the following zones. A 10% tax will be present in all Winter City zones, all Sandoria City zones, all Bastok City zones, North and South Gustaberg, East and West Ronfar, East and West Sabababa. Wow, okay. 5% tax will be present in all Juneau cities. In all Juneau City zones. No Bazaar tax will be present in Saramog Champaign, Rolandberry Fields, and the Batilia Downs, which means we are all going to be hanging outside and selling our goods in Rolandberry Fields or Batilia Downs right outside of the gate. Okay, great. Rolandberry Mall, dude. Yo, let's make shirts, guys, that says Rolandberry Mall. Grand opening, Horizon 11 Rolandberry Mall, grand opening December 17th. Be there. Yes. Okay. Outpost warps. Outpost warp teleportation level requirements and costs in home nations are set to Chains of Promethea era. Outpost warp NPCs in home nations can be found at the following location. So hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button. Okay, or the follow button rather. Sorry, we're on Twitch. Yeah, hit the follow button, guys. It really, really, really helps out. Okay. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, quests. New quests have been added. Please go explore and find them. Some quests have also had their rewards adjusted. Okay, that'll be interesting. No problem. Let's claim in zone. Simeon MPK all taxes. I know, right? God, don't do that. Don't do that, guys. That's so against the rules. Monster audit. Original 75 cap era monsters have been audited to ensure they have era accurate spawn conditions, spawn points, and stats. This includes hit points. The respawn times of monsters in some dungeons and the overworld have been adjusted. The level range of some monster groups with disparate level ranges have been adjusted. They're desperate, resulting in a wider variety of leveling options. Increased starter zone respawns on launch. Okay, this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Beginner zones Ronfar, Sarababa, and Gustaberg will have a reduction in monster spawn time at launch. Not only will they have reduced spawn time, there will also be more level 1 monsters present. New era plus experience camps. New monsters and experience camps have been added all over the world. Some monsters may have unique mechanics, and we recommend trying everything you can think of within the game's existing combat system to defeat them. I love that they put that in there. Some monsters may have unique mechanics, and we recommend trying everything you can think of within the game's existing combat system to defeat them. That's kind of cool. Hit point recovered while resting. The amount of hit point recovered while resting has been increased. Thank you so freaking much. Gobby Bag Quest. Okay, inventory expansion. Gobby Bag Quest will allow players to achieve a maximum of 60 base inventory slots. Chains of Promethea era. 60 base inventory slots extra, right? Because you start with 50, so you'll be able to have 110 inventory slots. That's what I'm getting from this, right? Chains of Promethea era Mog wardrobes 1 and 2 have been made available, but players will need to complete certain objectives to unlock them. Hyper notorious monsters. Okay, all you sweaty Final Fantasy XI nerds, listen up. This is for you. The respawn time and spawn mechanics of certain H&Ms have been adjusted. There you go. You heard it here. Okay, Claim Shield. Oh, this is more. Oh, I love you, hardcore adventuring. Claim Shield. A Claim Shield has been added to prominent notorious monsters to provide a fair playing experience for all players. Horizon 11 uses a lottery-based Claim Shield system where each person has the opportunity to act on the mob once for a chance to claim the monster. After all players have acted and the claim window has closed, the monster will randomly select one person who acted on it and give them the claim. Multiple actions taken on a monster during the lottery do not increase your chance at claiming. Each person can only enter the claim lottery once before the lottery window ends. All right, lock style. Lock style has been implemented. Equipment that can be utilized through lock style has been restricted to your current main job. Okay. Hardcore adventuring. Hardcore mode. Hardcore mode has been added. Please visit the following NPCs on level 1 character to begin hardcore mode. Don't mind if I take a little snappy picture at that. Okay, now I know where to go to. Francois, Southern Sandoria, G10. All right, design philosophy. Hardcore adventuring is an opt-in game mode where adventurers see how long they can survive the tough wilds of Vanadil without being knocked unconscious. Number 1, a hardcore adventurer loses their status when they are knocked unconscious. Also, some specific non-cosmetic rewards for hardcore adventurers who survive past their first 75 job. Okay. Once the hardcore adventurer loses their status, they cannot enter into the mode again on that character. However, their character data is preserved and they may continue adventuring as a normal adventurer. Look for more details in the official release patch notes for where you can start hardcore adventuring. The hardcore adventuring system provides rewards for maintaining hardcore status at different levels. Rewards are obtained at the following level-based milestones. Okay, more rewards may be added at a later date. Custom music. Custom music has been added to various zones. Players can toggle this music on and off through the Horizon 11 launcher as shown. Okay, go here and you click this button here to turn the Horizon music on and off. Okay, well, wrong. This will turn off the Horizon music, but play the normal music. Okay, if you want to turn off all music completely, you have to go into your settings of the game and turn your music volume down to 0. Okay, but this is, if you turn this off, this is going to allow you to just listen to the OG Final Fantasy XI music. Okay, new character face options. All playable races have had a new character face option added to the original 8 faces. Each race now has 24 face options as opposed to the original 16. All faces and what they look like in-game are viewable during the character creation process on our website. Item changes. Okay, here we go, guys. They did go through this. Okay, but we're gonna go through it very quickly because they already went through this, okay? Item changes. Experience ring rework. As discussed in the level sync video, experience rings have been reworked to provide more experience and suit a wider variety of playstyles. The Empress Band rework. Explanation: many changes, very flexible in how you want to distribute your bonus experience, gives the least amount of total bonus experience. Okay, so original, you got 50% experience bonus, you're gonna get the same. All of this is gonna be the same. The difference is it's gonna have 10 charges instead of 7, which is going to give you a total bonus per ring of 10,000 experience as opposed to 7,000. So that's a 3,000 point experience increase that they're giving you. Okay, total annual experience differential is going to be 520,000 experience up from 364,000 experience. Okay, it's a 15-minute cooldown and it costs the same CP, so it's a better ring. Okay. Okay. Emperor Band rework. Explanation: multiple charges, slightly flexible on how you want to distribute your bonus experience, gives the second most bonus experience. Okay, so almost everything has been changed on here except for the price. Okay, experience bonus is up to 75% from 50%. The max duration, it's gonna be it's actually down to 2.5 hours from 150 minutes. So you have to you have a shorter window to use it, which should not be an issue. Max experience bonus, you're going to get 2,250 experience, so you're going to get an extra 250 experience. You're going to get 5 charges instead of 3 charges, so it's 2 whole entire other charges, which is going to give you over 5,000 more experience per ring. So it's going to give you 11,250 experience total per ring, up from 6,000. That's legit. 585,000 experience a year, up from 312,000 experience a year. Okay, it has 1 hour cooldown. Okay, this ring can basically essentially be spammed. Okay, Chariot Band rework gives the most bonus experience but is restrictive on how often you can use it. Okay, benefits players with limited time to play. All right. The experience bonus is up to 100% from 75%. Okay. The duration is an extra half an hour. You get an extra half an hour to use it up. So whatever. Now, the max experience bonus from 500 experience is up to 4,000 experience. Okay. You get 4,000 experience bonus rather than 500 experience bonus. Okay. This is the 500 CP ring. This is the first generic ring that you can get, which 500 CP, the way it is on private servers, I don't know how much it'll be on Horizon 11, but it seems like you will be able to accumulate about 500 CP by the time you're anywhere between 5 and level 7. Between 5 and 7, if you get Signet at level 1, you should be able to have enough conquests to get yourself the ring. Okay, so 4,000 experience bonus. That's gonna help people. That's gonna help people to get to the dunes on the first day way faster. Okay, that is a huge experience bonus. Okay, Charlie, I'm starting in Sandoria. Absolutely, absolutely, bro. Okay, now, but okay, the number of charges is going down from 7 to 3. Okay. The number of charges is going down from 7 to 3. You can only have 3 charges per conquest tally. All right. Total bonus, you're going to get 12,000 experience bonus rather than 3,500 experience bonus per ring. That is a huge, huge bonus. Okay. So total annual bonus is 624,000 experience for the year. It's up from 182,000 experience. That is like insane. Insane. The cooldown remains the same. The CP cost remains the same. Elemental magic scrolls. The price of elemental magic scrolls sold by vendors have been reduced. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yo, mages. Vendor prices and sellable items. Many items have had their vendor prices adjusted. Some NPCs now offer an expanded assortment of items for sale. Drop rates of certain items. The drop rates of some items which relate to character leveling progression have been adjusted. Food effects. Some existing food effects have been adjusted. Adjustments to existing items. The stats of some existing items, including weapons and armor, have been adjusted. New items. Many new items have been added. Loot pools adjusted. The loot available in some battle content has been adjusted. How? You guys are so freaking vague. Like, seriously, if there was like a video game awards and they said like how to be vague in a freaking patch notes, Horizon 11 would win the award for we are vague AF, and wait until release to find out. Oh my God. Okay. Notorious monster loot pools. Some notorious monsters and H&Ms have had their loot pools adjusted. Hashtag play and find out. Oh my God. I have to know, guys. No more spending 20 hours in the tombs killing skeletons for papyrus so I can continue leveling. I mean, that's why I think the tutorial quest is just the same. Otherwise, they would have been vague about it. Yeah. Guys, that's the freaking, that is legit. Those are launch patch notes. Okay. I'm really happy with those. I think they did a good job. I think they did a lot. I'm really, really, really excited to get into the game tomorrow. For update Horizon 11 information, keep it here. Okay. We will always be giving you guys the up-to-date Horizon 11 information whenever we get it. Okay. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe, comment down below, help a brother out with the algorithm. Okay. It goes a long way. If you guys are watching this right now, 91 of you guys on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you haven't yet, hit the follow button. It'll tell you when I go live. Okay, tonight we are streaming again. We are going to be doing a super hardcore presentation. You have to be here. Like, everyone's going to be here tonight. Okay, you don't want to be like the one person that didn't show up. We are going to be playing tomorrow like sycophants. Okay, which means I need to eat breakfast, and I need to start editing this footage, and I need to start working on my hardcore presentation for this evening. Okay, you guys do what you're gonna do. Have a fantastic time, and I will see you guys when we go live later on today. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you for sitting all the way through the video. I know it was a long one. I got lots of other videos going on. If you guys want to see some of my other ones, I got like the launcher video that just went live, and that takes you through the whole entire launcher process. It's legit. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you guys next time.